West was hit yesterday with $52,000 legal fees. That's how much West and his company has to pay the other side. Now his lawyers, trying to reduce that to I believe 15,000. Would it work? No. I think what's amazing about this lawsuit that has been going on since 2023. 65 times they try to ask West not to produce his financial documents. He didn't do it. I mean, 65 times. I'm wondering, those 65 times, if at any time, those the other side try to hit him with some kind of like contempt or something like that. I don't know. I didn't pull up, the case, so I didn't really take a look at it. How the whole thing, started. West put 2 of his songs on his last album. Now them boys act like, oh. Now West actually give him credit, give credit to the songwriter, to the producers, but them boys was like, hey, we didn't give you the clearance to put our songs in your album. So they claim, West actually made over $15 million in revenue. I don't know how they came up with that number, but hey. So they claim, hey, we want a piece of that money, boy. So I'm kind of wondering, how that thing gonna turn out, though. On one hand, West says, hey, we give him credit, for the song, to the producers and to the songwriter, and the boys was like, hey, we didn't give you the clearance to put your songs on your album. But at the end of the day, that's their songs. You know what I mean? So they have the right, to do so. But again, every story has 2 sides. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, what's gonna be? I got West's point of view though. Like he probably don't want to put his he had the right, I mean, he refused to respond to the financial stuff. I mean, it makes sense, man. Because West is, I mean, he's just not regular on anybody. I mean, this is West. He put his stuff out there, I mean, there's a lot of things gonna be public. Like he don't want them to be public. Next thing you know, you're gonna have bloggers, YouTubers, like creating content about you. You don't want that. I guess that's the life of doing business, man. It's tough. What's the possibility, for West to win this case? I don't know. That's a strange case, though. What's the possibility for the other side not to win the case? I don't know either. But again, that those financial records, I think that's what that's like the key elements in the case. If they can prove West actually made a whole lot of money doing his like touring or doing any kind of whatever he was doing at the time his album released, then they had a case. But again, West can actually turn around and be like, hey, I didn't make any money. Our money, they came from this, they came from there, but not because of the songs. I'm sure a good lawyer would poke holes in everything. I mean, that's what it's good for. Damn, that's an amazing case, man. I want to see how they're gonna turn out. Cases sometimes, they can last like years, man. Sometimes even 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you'd be surprised. So we about to kick back, just see how everything gonna unfold, and maybe I might have the part 2 in this video.